This playthrough is rated M for mature.
How can Aerodil be king? I didn't vote for him. I bet some watery tot threw a scimitar at him. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Bound by Flame. In the last episode, we went through Cathaldus and met the king of the elves, but unfortunately he'd been turned into some weird lich-like creature, and Aerodil was forced to kill him, so now he's become king. But what does that mean for the war effort? Well, I guess we'll find out. So let's head back to the camp and see.
Mercenary. The sentinels in the other group were killed by deadwalkers, and there's a group of undead on the road, stopping anyone from getting through.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, looks like we get a side quest for doing that. We have to recapture the towers again, which won't take too long. But let's go back to camp to put someone back in our party. If you had Mathras on your team, he'd automatically leave your group before entering this place, and then you'll have to find him again. But, alright, let's go grab someone really quick. I mean, I could probably do it by myself, but I'd rather have someone with me. And I think Mathras is, like, right nearby, so if we want to continue the story, we need to go talk to the prince. Or I guess the king in this case. But let's grab Mathras just to show him off, like, how he works. Whoops. I keep pressing the X button instead of the Y button.
Do you have a...
Alright, come with me.
I'm gonna need your experience, Mathras. Come with me.
At last. I was starting to get a little bored.
Alright, let's have him join us. I mean, we already saw how he fights when we fought him the first time, but, yeah, we can kind of get a better idea of, like, how he works. Alright, so let's go take over those towers. And then we'll see what happens with the whole preparation to attack Cathaldus, because I assume the prince is going to want to do that after everything that's occurred, but who knows, right? Alright, let's get over to the launch towers, take care of those. Let's see. Let's get some sneaky in. Can I get a stealth attack on this guy before? Maybe. No. Alright, cool. I can do this. I wonder if I can just get around that guy. Oh, awesome. Oh. Oh, and he heard me, but because their sight is so bad, so... Alright, now we can attack him. I got a little bit of extra experience for that. I was about to say get him before he poisons me. Ah, he still poisoned me. No! Alright, fine. At least I have a little bit of... Oh, by the way, off screen, I recycled a bunch of stuff I don't need anymore, so for now that I can actually run now, as you can see, it's because I recycled a lot of armor and stuff like that. Like I said, I could sell it, but I think in the end I'll probably get more use out of crafting stuff anyway, whether it be crossbow bolts or stuff like that. So let's see, you're facing me, so maybe... I wonder if I can get, can't drop down, can I? Boo. Alright. The main reason I'm stealthing, by the way, is because I get a little extra experience if I stealth kill him first. So might as well take advantage of that feat in the first place. Oh yeah, I gained a level too, so let me do that. Let me max out my speed demon ability. And then vivacity to reduce damage while I'm moving or dodging. So, probably could have gotten that earlier, but okay. So, 4 more things and we'll max out Ranger in this build. After that, I might put a couple points into Warrior just to get the health regeneration. And then probably put the rest into Pyromancy. Since we're fighting ice stuff for the rest of the game, I want to be able to get a little extra fire damage out of my attacks. You know what I mean? So, we'll see how it goes, though. Alright, run. He's a quick boy. He's a super fast. He's a walking. He's a nimbly fella. Actually, I can't finish that guy in one hit, so I'll take care of you instead. Alright. It's probably gotta turn around. Alright, I still don't think I can kill that guy in one shot anyway, so unless I can somehow get around him. Alright, that'll work. Yeah, I'm being a bit skittish. Mathras, are you gonna do anything? I mean, he's doing stuff, it's just, you know, It's just he takes a hot minute to get there because he's melee. So, oh well. All right. Where's the? I thought. Did he not drop anything? Maybe not. Okay. Well, anyway, let's head back to camp. Yeah, that was really easy, especially at our level, and the fact I've been building up the stealth mechanic pretty highly. So, I would have done this in Mars Warlogs, but like I said, the stealth in that game is a bit wonky, so I never wanted to really focus on that. Oop. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not fighting you anyway, so I could grind for experience, but I'm not trying to do that. So, all right, now that that's done, let's head back to. Thought I grabbed this before. All right. All right, let's go talk to the prince and see what needs to be done. Over this way, so. Let's see.
They attacked the wrong person. How dare they condemn our king to such a macabre fate? My father. It's time for us to repay the deadwalkers in kind. I want to see them destroyed, so not a single one of those dead ever dare set foot in our streets again. We're going to launch a massive assault to take back our city. It is time to turn the tide of this war. Vulcan, we will need you and your extraordinary abilities. We have to send a small group to open the city gates. I'm counting on you. I know that you can be stealthy and incredibly effective. A few soldiers will be going with you. This is our best chance. Black Frost doesn't seem to be here anymore, and most of his forces went with him. But before we launch the assault, we need to strengthen our army. I've been told there are prisoners in the city. If we free those soldiers, we can add them to our ranks. We're also going to need to get our equipment in as good shape as possible. We're fortunate that our smith has survived. Let us hope he'll be able to provide us with everything we need. But it's better to make sure.
Thou knowest that Black Frost's palace will take us to the world heart. Yet still thou dost waste thy time in vain battles. Thy stupidity knows no bounds.
Vulcan, I need your help.
What, sorting books? Observing swamp critters? You don't think I have better stuff to do right now?
That's not fair. I'm not stupid. I understand that what is most important now is the fight, and our soldiers...
The Freeborn Blades will do just fine. Don't you worry about that.
Not them, the other human soldiers.
What's wrong?
I'm not sure we can count on them. They've already lost the war. They're only staying here because the elves are protecting them, but they've got no fight left in them. They have to believe they can win. They have to fight alongside the elves and the Freeborn Blades. I've tried talking with them, but they treat me like a child. Maybe they would listen if you would talk to them.
Me? Most regular soldiers don't have time for mercenaries.
They just need to get their spirit back, boost their morale. I'm sure you could find some words to help them.
Like rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub? I guess so. But anyway, we get the 3,000 experience for that. And now we've got, now we're on to Act 2. I guess I could have finished this in the last episode, but yeah, we're technically in Act 2, or Chapter 2, Act 2, or whatever you want to call it, of this place specifically. So, and we get a lot of quests activated here, so. Alright, let's see if the prince has anything new to say.
How can I help you, mercenary?
I'll be going.
Nothing now? Alright, cool. Let's talk to Sybil.
Vulcan, come here. I need to talk to you about something. While you were in the city, the deadwalkers apparently began stirring. Several scouts have disappeared without a trace. They can't just have been ambushed by chance. Someone must have given their routes to our enemies. I'm afraid we have a traitor among us. Though if that's the case, I don't understand why we haven't been attacked by the deadwalkers yet. What's really troubling is that these disappearances pretty much correspond to your arrival here, which means that your living dead friend is the prime suspect. Even if it's just as possible that it's one of the Red Scribes, or even one of your people.
And why can't it be one of your people?
Why would he do that? And above all, Why would he wait until now to betray us?
I don't know. Because the prince is back?
Maybe he reacted to the prince's return. He may have expected you to lay down your weapons, and when he saw you were gaining hope again, he decided to speed things up.
Maybe. Regardless, we have to find the spy and silence him. You have demonstrated your effectiveness and discretion. Can you take care of this?
Sure.
Of course. I'll look into it.
Alright, we've got to find a traitor, so another person to talk to, so alright.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
What do you think of Mathras?
I think he's absolutely unique, fascinating. I have always loved history and history books, but he actually lived through history. It's just incredible. There is so much we can learn from him. His knowledge could allow us to better understand what happened in our past. We could learn from the errors of our ancestors.
Do you really think he's immortal?
Oh, I'm convinced of it. You only have to look at him. He's so cultured and has so much knowledge. Which reminds me...
Something to do with our decomposing friend?
Yes, he won't talk to me about his romantic experiences. I managed to get a lot of stories about battles and all sorts of historical anecdotes, but nothing about his love life. It's not that I want to pry into his intimate life, but I do wonder why he's so reticent to talk about it.
I could always ask him for you.
That almost makes you act like you're a teenager, Sybil. It's like, how do you know who he's banging? Like shippers or something like that in modern day. Oh, I hate shippers. Well, I don't mind shippers that just go, oh, I like these two together. That's fun, haha. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about those people. You know what I'm talking about.
See you later.
Anyway, we have Mathras right here. Let's see what he has to say.
Since you arrived, the enemy seems to be aware of our every move.
Truly. Surprising that they haven't yet arrived here to destroy this camp. Most interesting. Or perhaps very stupid. In any event, I do feel sorry for you. One doesn't seem to be able to put one's trust in anyone these days.
You don't understand. What I want is...
But I understand perfectly, my dear boy. I'd merely hoped that you were above this kind of nonsense. Since my arrival here, I've been surrounded by your friends, something that rather precludes the possibility of me talking to the enemy. I have not once left the camp, and no one deigns to speak to me of strategy, which is a pity, given the evident levels of incompetence of your generals. Thus, it seems obvious that these suspicions are unfounded. You know, since arriving here, I have the odd feeling of standing in a turnip field.
A turnip field?
Yes, it must be all the superior intelligences that surround us. Trust me, child. You should leave this area as swiftly as you may.
You would know more about the deadwalkers than us. Who do you think the spy is?
Walking around in a dead body doesn't make one an expert on all other dead things, young man. In fact, I find the suggestion vaguely insulting. But I have learned to trust my experience, something that you, despite your youth, should attempt to do also. I imagine we could quite easily reduce the possibilities. Firstly, the traitor must be able to enter and leave the camp without being stopped. Then, it must be someone who can observe your comings and goings without drawing attention to themselves. Lastly, it is someone who knows your plans, someone who knows your military commander's orders. That alone excludes a large number, particularly the undead here. In your place, I should go and question the camp watchman. Logic suggests they will have seen something.
Thanks for the tips. I'll get right on it.
Makes a good point.
Let's change the subject.
Alright, I got some questions for you. You know what I'm talking about.
I want to ask you a couple of...
Yeah, Sybil wants to know who you banged or who you did bang back in the day and if you still bang. Alright, we'll bang, okay? Commander Shepard style.
Why won't you tell Sybil about your love lives?
I wouldn't have thought you'd be interested in the prurient questions of that young girl, charming as she may be. It seems to me that my sexuality is my own business, as well as which, I suspect my stories would be quite shocking to an innocent girl like that.
Come on, then.
I have been alive on Vertial a very long time, and before I lost all desire of any kind, I think I probably experienced everything possible, both emotionally and sexually. To recount all my adventures to you in detail would require weeks, apart from which, it's out of the question that I should speak of these things out loud.
As bad as that?
You doubt my word? Very well. Let me tell you about my 14th wife, the Princess of the Elephant City.
For real? But that's... gross.
And those are some of my cleaner stories. I told you, I've tried everything. Perhaps now you understand my reticence with your young friend.
Exactly. So what should I tell her?
Whatever you wish. I will confirm whatever story you tell.
Huh. Well, that actually makes kind of sense when you think about it. If a guy can live forever, or he knows he lives forever, or has a pretty high probability of living forever, he probably would try everything at some point going, well, maybe I'll like it. Who knows? You know, some people decide they don't want to do something because either a short period of time or they don't want to mess with the uncomfortableness of it. But he's probably like, well, here we go. Let's see what happens. But
talk to you later.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense when you think about it. So he kind of reminds me of some Roman generals and leaders back in the day, hearing some stories about what they would do for those like nobles that, you know, they were so bored that they would just do a whole bunch of different things just to see what would get their kicks. Although I heard the same thing with the like, European nobles back in the medieval ages, stuff like that. So,
Sybil.
Yes?
All right, so Mathras has tried everything. So, yeah, that thing with the pineapple,
I spoke with Mathras. He finally agreed to talk to me about his love life. Well, lives.
And? What did he tell you?
So we could basically we could tell her whatever we want. It doesn't really affect things too much, other than obviously her concepts of things. So now let's tell her the truth. The man is a sick twist. You don't want to know.
He speaks well and everything, but deep inside he's twisted, and you don't want to know more. Believe me, sister.
Oh, come on. I'm not such an innocent, you know.
Whatever you say, some stories have to be whispered. Flesh, orgy, special trick, and elephants, and then an ice cube, plunged, and collect a coconut, the crowd, and drink it.
I had never imagined people would want to do such things.
You wanted to know. Now you know. I need a bath.
Oh, by the way, there's a first part of that she doesn't say for some reason. She goes, that's gonna make me want to hurl or something like that. I'm like, I don't know why she didn't actually say those lines, but all right.
See you later.
All right, but anyway, we get 2,000 experience for telling Sybil about his sick, twisted past. So.
Vulcan, I hope you've got good news.
Not yet.
I have some question.
Let's see. Now we were asking about the prince, so all right, we'll still look for the trader though.
Now.
All right, Realmar, I haven't found those souls yet. The souls, there is another section we can go to later on that has a few more souls, so that's where I'm going to get the rest of them.
I've taken a tour of the camp, and it's like a sieve.
Huh. What do you propose?
Well, I'd be safer with a few dozen well-placed traps. Do you think you could build them for me?
Sure, why not? You know how to build them, right?
Why don't you just build the traps yourself? You know how to do it. We built them together.
True, but I don't have the necessary materials, and I thought that you...
All right, fine. I'll find you the necessary materials.
I'll find the stuff you need, but you're gonna build them, all right? I have enough to do already.
Absolutely. I'll save some time by shoring up the best emplacements.
I'll let you know when I've got all the stuff. I'll leave you here.
Alright, so now we have to give components to Realmar there, or you could build them yourself and just give him the traps either way, so. But we'll come back to that later, so. Alright, you have anything to do?
Do you have a moment? I wanted to ask...
Nope,
Let's
he's good.
change.
Okay, just making sure.
Later.
That'd be you.
Greetings, mercenary. What
Can I have a look at...
Okay, nothing new from you. Don't need to buy anything. Alright, cool.
Mercenary.
Has anyone gone by here? Any men leaving without passes? That sort of thing?
No, apart from you, no one. Is there a problem?
Your commander thinks there's someone sneaking out to meet up with the enemy.
That's terrible. Who could do something like that? Anyway, I promise no one's been by here. You should go try the other gate, near the mercenary camp. And maybe the sentinels in the North Tower have seen something.
Alright.
I'm leaving.
Hopefully we can trust him, but who knows? Alright, let's see.
Well, well, you...
See if you have anything new.
Why the long face? Is something wrong?
You mean apart from the fact that my city no longer exists and I've lost most of my people? Sorry for being in a bad mood. I'm still alive, I should be grateful for that, but actually, I feel completely useless, and that makes me sick.
Looks like you've got lots to do, though. Even if your army doesn't have as many troops as before, they still need equipment.
Of course, and that's what's driving me crazy. I had to leave all of my equipment behind when I escaped, and there was no chance of getting it back. I can only sell the weapons the soldiers bring me. And when you think I had the best forge in Vertiel, Thormal Diamond Arms Hammer, can you believe it?
Oh, well, I mean, what's so special about it?
So, what's so special about this diamond arm hammer?
It's a priceless relic. Just imagine, the best elfsmith in history set his soul stone in it. He who wields it immediately absorbs all of his techniques. It's a unique object, one every smith dreams of possessing.
Well, that's crazy good if that's true.
Seeing as how it means so much to you, I could get it back for you.
Really? You would be doing me the greatest of favors, and not just for me, for the entire army. I'd finally be able to work again.
Consider it done.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. I guess we'll try to find it if we can, so. Alright, let's go. Well, the game pretty much tells you who you need to talk to for, like, certain quests, but still, I'll hold off on that for a second, so. Especially with the spy and everything.
Undead? In our camp? Aren't you afraid it'll communicate with its masters? Sir?
It's a calculated risk. Your friend Edwin told me that she can interrogate those creatures, so we captured one.
You really can do some pretty weird things.
Listen, Vulcan. We're not going to turn down any information. If we can find out how to haul our asses out of the fire, I don't see how it can hurt. Ready to make it talk?
If our fire breather doesn't need me right away, I can start getting ready.
Sure.
Excellent. Let's start the interrogation.
Listen, Maggot Head. You're going to tell us everything you know.
That's not quite how it works, Captain. It can't just answer questions like that. Tell me what you want to know, and I'll dig around in its memory to find the answers.
In that case, why not dig everything out, so we don't miss anything?
Even for someone as skilled as me, that could take weeks. Its brain, however limited, is like an immense archive that contains both recent memories and memories of its past life.
All right. I want to know if that bastard Black Frost really has left the area.
Let me concentrate. Yes. I see him raising the wave and turning the whole city into ice. This soldier must have been at his feet. Then he gave the order to attack, and gave orders to several powerful undead. Apparently he left right after. He appears nowhere else in its memory.
Oh, What were those powerful undead?
What are those powerful dead you were talking about?
I see a flying creature, like the one in the swamp, and others. The image is blurred.
So yeah, the Tormentor is with them now, huh?
So the army is being commanded by a tormentor now.
No, I don't think so. They make good spies, but poor leaders. That said, I don't see any real generals.
Nothing that looks like that one that attacked the village.
No, but Black Frost will definitely have left someone in charge. Someone he trusts. This soldier just didn't see who.
Well, what were the man's orders?
What were the Black Frost's orders?
You have to understand that this creature's ability to comprehend is limited. From what I can see, it was told to keep watch over the city. He asked to be sent living people. Prisoners. The other living people must still be alive and under guard. Other prisoners. And of course, that he be informed in the event of trouble.
Does he know we entered the city?
This dead thing doesn't anyway. But that doesn't mean a thing, unfortunately. I think that he... Oh no! He saw me!
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Well, well. Probing the spirits of the dead? You can well imagine that this sort of communication goes both ways. So, that's where my dear rebels are hiding, is it?
I must break the link! Right now!
Did he actually... Anyway, we get 3,500 experience for just witnessing that. But yeah, it makes you wonder, did he actually know, or was he just messing with us? Hard to say.
I wish I could go out on a recon.
Okay, nothing new from you, Hawk. Anything from you, Renko? Nope. At least it's not letting me talk to him, so...
Have you heard about all this spy business?
Yeah, the elf commander told me. They suspect us. Us and the Red Scribes.
Now that would be priceless. If that long-faced twat accuses us of being traitors.
Who do you think it could be?
I confess that at first I thought it was your pal who looks like you just dug him up.
Mathras? Honestly, I don't think so.
I agree. I realized that since he's permanently surrounded by the scribes, he'd have a hard job finding the time to betray us.
Do you think it's one of the scribes?
It's possible. After all, it wouldn't be the first time they've shagged us while we had our backs turned. But whoever the mole is, has to know their way around, and not be scared to go outside on their own. Can you see any of those snot-nosed weeds taking that kind of risk? The most likely, whatever Commander Pointy Ears thinks, is that one of his boys is a turncoat. Go and check with Buffalo. I saw him chasing one a while back.
Considering the size of him, I doubt he caught the guy. I'll go ask him.
Who knows?
You know, I wanted to ask...
See, I think we were asking these, so let's ask him about the interrogation.
I think we're screwed here. What do you think?
I say if the commander really wants to attack, we better be quick about it. The only chance is taking the enemy by surprise.
Yep.
I have to go.
But we'll have to prepare first, so... There's the undead
The
thing.
knight has come to ask help from his friend. While on reconnaissance, he spotted a convoy which he thinks should be stopped. A group of deadwalkers transporting an object. He thinks they should be attacked and the object taken from them while there is still time. The broken road will only slow them a little. The knight and his friend must get there as quickly as possible.
Oh, alright. Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Okay, then. Let's go for it. I have to go somewhere with Ranval. Wait for me here.
Ah, the bubbling impatience of youth. Go. Enjoy.
Alright, now we need to do that thing. So, but let's talk to a few people before we run off to do that.
Edwin, I need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
Alright, about the interrogation.
Hey, thanks for your help. Without you, we never would have gotten anything out of that dead stiff.
You know me, I just love to be helpful.
Just love your sassiness, girl.
I would like to ask you...
Let's see. Yeah, what do you know about this man, the Mathras?
What's the story with this Mathras guy? Who is he?
It's hard to say. He's one of the living dead. Of that I'm completely certain. but he is able to do things no other species of revenant has ever done before. You must understand that necromancy, the magic that allows the dead to be reanimated, is based upon one principle: giving energy to lifeless bodies. Mathras functions differently somehow. It is not his body that has been brought back to life, but rather his mind, which has survived his body.
He says he's 6,000 years old. You believe that?
It is entirely possible. His spirit is in theory immortal. This magic is far different from that which is practiced in Vertiol. Instead of drawing energy from the world heart, he draws energy directly from the body he is possessing.
Could that have anything to do with the Ice Lords or my demon?
Absolutely not.
Interesting. Alright.
Thanks.
Maybe that's why the body starts withering, although it probably would have withered just because of age or whatever, but...
Buffalo, I have to talk to you.
What do you want?
You were seen leaving the camp. What were you doing?
What business is that of yours? Are you spying on me?
Yeah, Captain's orders. Don't take it the wrong way, I'm just making inquiries.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm supposed to be searching for a spy, and I need some clues.
I was just out on a little recon. I don't see how that can help you.
They told me that you were looking for someone.
Yes, the soldier who was on watch just over there. He left his post, was trying to follow him, but he lost me. He knows the terrain better than I do. I followed his tracks for a while, but considering the number of deadwalkers in the area, I decided to come back. I didn't want to give away our position.
Where did the tracks lead to?
Over toward the river, but don't bother. The guard already came back. He's just over there. You could go and ask him yourself.
I guess that's what I'll do. Thanks for the tip.
Alright, well we have an idea, so... Yeah, for some reason I can't talk to you for some reason. We'll check with that later, I guess.
Can I help you with something, mercenary?
I was told you left your post.
That's... no, never. Who told you such a thing?
You think I'd tell you? Come on, tell me everything or you'll really be in the shit.
All right. I left, but only once. I was following your comrade, Buffalo. He went to the main gates of the city. I figured that was pretty suspicious. But I didn't dare go very far. I couldn't leave my post unguarded, you understand? And then the deadwalkers didn't seem about to attack him. In the end, he went back without a scratch and without saying a thing.
Yeah, it's strange. Buffalo suspects you.
That's funny. Buffalo says you're the traitor, and that the reason he left was to find you.
He's lying. He's the one. I've heard rumors about him. Some people say he's immortal. How else can you explain that he gets out of things every time?
Yeah, no, I've known him. He's not like that.
You're talking bullshit. I've known him for years, and believe me, I've seen his blood get spilled more than once. He's got no reason to betray us.
Reasons? Since when have mercenaries needed any reason other than a good payoff? It said the deadwalkers found you in the middle of a swamp. You don't find that suspicious?
Yeah, no, I'm tired of your lies.
You lie with every breath you take. It's time for that to stop.
Anyway, we're all going to die, today or tomorrow. What difference does it make? But I'm going to come back to life. My master promised me.
Yeah, and you'll be one more dead grunt in his army. Stupid idiot.
And yeah, he's the traitor.
I heard you caught the mole. You don't think it's me anymore.
I never thought it was him in the first place, so. But yeah, he's pretty easy to kill. Mainly because, you know, he's like right there, so. Alright, but before we do that, let's do Runval's quest. I want to make sure to do a save, because if you, for whatever reason, if you go a wrong direction while doing his quest, you can accidentally, like, fail it. But I'll show you when we get to it, so. Alright, so we need to make sure to... Yeah, we can't go under the bridge. We need to go Alright. You have anything?
The deadwalkers have sent out several patrols on this.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, we need to make sure to cross the bridge to get there. Like I said, for whatever reason, if we go under it, we fail automatically. So I don't know why. It's just that's how it works. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to stealth these guys. Ah, ow. I get Ashley. See if I can get past it. Ow, ow. There we go. Awesome. Don't do it quite yet, Ronval.
What a beautiful weapon. The knight hopes that his friend does not regret joining him in this assault.
You were right. It was worth it. Especially if we take the time to strip the others before we head back.
Alright. Anyway, we get some experience for that. So we gained another level. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start building to maxing this out. So, chance of superhuman dodge when doing the dodge when riposting. So, and then chance of critical hit. So, one more level and we'll be done with that. Those are feats. So we got another point. I was almost thinking about doing the recycling thing, but I'll hold off on that. So, all right. Let's see. We also got the assassin item for doing this, and that has a high chance of so we can get rid of the deception now that we've got this. So it's assassin's better deception basically over everything. So more damage and all that. So. All right, let's head back to the group. That was easy. Yeah, it was only the archer and the fat ass there. So I keep forgetting what his actual name is. Oh yeah, I think last episode we also unlocked some stuff in our diary, if I remember correctly. Yeah, some fights. The ice spirit. Ice spirits have an aptitude for magic, and their 4 powerful blades can be lethal. When they prepare a spell, it is a good idea not to stay in front of them unless you have an excellent magic resistance. I think that's. Yeah, it on that. Whoops. And then character-wise, I think it was like. Let's see, I think it was like the king. Yeah. Let me go back down there again. I'm trying to get to. Yeah, King Arundel IV. For many years, King Arundel IV was ruler of the Elves. By his orders, his people did not join in the war, preferring to study and ready themselves for combat under the guise of neutrality. Alas, the choice did not prove wise. Of the once noble king, only a monstrous creature remains. One compromised of the bodies of many nobles. Nobles punished in this way by Blackfrost for their cowardice. If you're playing the demon path, a much different fate happens to the prince. But I won't talk about that much unless I decide to do the demon path later, so we'll see there. So, but all right, so we've looks like we are eventually going to attack Karthalthus. Well, I don't know why I always have trouble pronouncing that, but we've got a lot more to do. We've still got to talk to some of the people in town, prepare defenses and weapons, and luckily we found the trader. Talk to Mathras about his sex life and other things. But what awaits us next? Will we be truly prepared? Can we enter Karthalthus ourselves and sneak our way through? Maybe even read some books? Find it next time in the next episode of Bound by Flame. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.